Hello everyone, this is Professor Horlacher, and we're going to have a short video today that will prepare you to post a comment on the forum before your drill section on Thursday morning. This is music that we talked about on Monday. This is a set of piano variations on a theme by Mozart known as K265 and has the title also À vous dirai-je maman, and you probably recognize it as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. We talked about a couple of the nice features of this theme on Monday. We noticed that it began with a leap from scale degree 1 to 5. This is in C major. And the little carets above the notes remind us that we're talking about scale degrees. Now it decorates that 5 with a little upper neighbor 6, but after making this big leap from 1 to 5, it fills it in by step back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's a very singable, nice melody, and it presents a lot of opportunities for variation. So we have 1, 1, 5, 5, and then a little decoration, 6, 6, 5, 5, and then a continuation from that 5 that fills in the opening leap. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, like that. And as it continues, it uses that idea a couple of times, but doesn't finish. So here's a 5, 4, 3, 2, and a slightly more elaborated version of 5, 4, 3, 2, and a return to the opening, reminding us of that big leap, 1, 5, and then a return back down to scale degree. Whoops, there we go, 1 at the very end. Okay, so this gives Mozart lots of opportunities to do some neat things with this variation. And one of the things that he does in variation number 8 is write something from this theme only in the key of C minor and instead of C major. And so we're going to review a few points about the minor scale before we look at that variation. And you will want to push the arrow on the right in order to advance to the next slide. Okay, so what are the differences between using the major and the minor scale? In a minor scale, we have to pay particular attention to scale degrees 6 and 7 because they come in two versions. The one that's in the key signature is already what we call the lower version. In C minor, this would be A flat and B flat. But there are occasions in which we need to use the raised versions of 6 and 7. I'll put a natural sign here since we're going to raise A flat to A natural. We're going to raise B flat to B natural. When do you use which one? Well, it depends both on what's going on in the melody and what's going on in the harmony. Let's talk about the melody first. So we know that Mozart began his variation by going up 1 to 5. What if he wanted to go from scale degree 1 down to scale degree 5? In C minor, that would be C, some kind of B, some kind of A, and some kind of G. And when you're moving down to scale degree 5, the normal thing is to use the lowered ones. And so that would be B flat and A flat. And if you were going up from 5 to scale degree 5 up to scale degree 1, the normal thing would be to go from 5 via A natural and the leading tone B natural back up to C using the raised versions. If you're just decorating 5, and we know that Mozart did this in variation 1, he went 5, 6, 5. Because the melody is centered around 5, you'll use the lowered version, A flat. And by the same token, if you're decorating 8, 8, 7, 8, because this is about 8, not about 5, you'll use the raised version. So here we will use B natural. When there's harmony going on, sometimes the melody has to accommodate this. Harmony uses lowered 6, and raised 7. So whenever there's a 5 harmony, you have to remember to raise the leading tone. That means G, B natural D, right there. And when you're using harmonies that have a scale degree 6 in them, that includes 4, 6, and 2, you have to use an A flat in them. So let's advance to the next slide to take a look at the minor variation that Mozart uses. Here is variation number 8, and we can see that Mozart has changed the key signature, so we're now in C major instead of C minor. And down at the bottom we see that we'll be going back to C major after this variation is over. So what I'd like you to do is have a listen to this variation. You can do that by going back to the soft chalk window, and you'll find a variations link there with some bookmarks in it showing you where variation is number 8 is. You can have a listen to it and then come back and look at this score and discover some interesting things that happen to the theme when Mozart decides to write a variation in minor. And when you've come across a discovery or two, I'd like you to go to Encores, click on the forums, and add your comment. And for adding your comment, you'll get a point. And I hope you take a look at some of the other comments that students write, and we'll talk about this on Thursday's drill. Thanks a lot, and see you in class.